I grew up in a small town in northern Arizona. Not much around but pine trees, old logging roads, and silence. Back when I was about 17, I used to go hiking alone a lot. I liked the solitude, and I knew the woods around my town like the back of my hand. Or at least I thought I did. There's this one trail about 7 miles out from town that barely anyone uses. It's narrow, overgrown, and honestly a little hard to find unless you know exactly where to look. My grandfather used to call it the old boundary. Said it used to mark something long ago, though he'd never say what. Just that I shouldn't ever walk it after dark. I guess I was too curious for my own good. One afternoon in late October, I decided to hike the boundary trail. The air was crisp, the leaves brittle underfoot. I figured I'd be fine as long as I turned back before dusk. A couple of miles in, I came across something odd. An old stone marker, about waist high, covered in moss and scratches. I couldn't make out what it said, or if anything, but it looked ancient, like it had been there for hundreds of years. Past that, the woods changed. The trees grew closer together, darker. The air felt heavier somehow. I don't know how to explain it, but I remember my ears popping, like the pressure shifted. About 20 minutes past the marker, I saw a clearing. It wasn't on any map I'd seen. In the middle of it was an old, rotted cabin. No windows, just a crooked door barely hanging on one hinge. I should have turned around right then, but I didn't. Inside, it was empty. No furniture, just leaves, dirt, and what looked like ash scattered across the floor. It smelled like old wood smoke and something sour. I took one step inside and the door slammed shut behind me. At first I thought it was just the wind, but there was no wind, dead still air. I rushed to open the door, but it wouldn't budge. It was like it had fused to the frame. That's when I heard it, the sound of footsteps above me. I looked up. There was no second floor, just open rafters and a ceiling blackened with soot. But the steps kept going. Slow, dragging, deliberate. Like someone was pacing just overhead. Then it stopped. Silence, cold and thick. I don't know how long I stood there staring up. Maybe a minute, maybe 10. Then the door creaked open behind me on its own. I didn't wait. I ran. When I got back to town, I tried to tell a few people. Most just brushed it off. Except my grandfather. He sat me down, serious as I'd ever seen him, and said that trail was sealed off for a reason. The land out there remembers things that don't want remembering. I never hiked alone again, and I never found that cabin a second time. But sometimes, late at night, I'll hear footsteps above my room, and there's no second floor.